All right. Well, this is a little video to all the folks of Calvary. I'm trying my best to get it to everyone, and I'd really love if you would let me know if you received this. So either email us, text us, call us, do something to let me know that you've kind of heard what we're doing. And, there's a lot going on right now, and it's a lot of fears at times. I would encourage you to live in the book of Psalms, especially around the 90s. Psalm 95 says, "O come and let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving and make a joyful noise unto him with psalms." The Lord is letting us know that no matter what we're going through, we need to be singing, we need to be praising, we need to be encouraging others about the Lord. Psalm 96 says, "O sing unto the Lord a new song. Sing unto the Lord, all the earth. Sing unto the Lord. Bless his name. Show forth his salvation from day to day. Declare his glory among the heathen, his wonders among all people." It's a wonderful thing to have the opportunity to just take time. I mean, if we're stuck at home a lot more than we used to be, then it's a great opportunity to spend a lot more time in the Word, a lot more time praising God, a lot more time singing and encouraging each other. And thankfully, we've got technology so we can get involved with others' lives and encourage each other. Psalm 100 says, "Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing." And I really want us to do that. Now, I'm going to give us a little bit of an update, kind of where we are and what we're having to do. Of course, our president has requested that we not get in groups of more than 10. Our city here, our mayor has also requested that we not get in groups of more than 10. And of course, we have two commands. A command that we are to assemble together, command to not forsake the assembling of us together. And it's a very important reason. We don't forsake the assembling of ourselves together because God says that we can exhort one another, encourage one another, and especially during the hard times. So it's even more important that we get together during the hard times, during the difficult times, during the trials and temptations. So that's one of the commands that we have, and I think it's very important that we live and listen to God and follow his command, and that's to assemble together. Now, I think on the other side, I'm also supposed to submit to my authorities. Romans 13 teaches us that. So Hebrews 10:25 teaches us that we're to obey God and assemble together and encourage each other. And then Romans 13 teaches us we're supposed to obey our authorities on this earth. And so we here at Calvary, I'm going to do my very best to do both. We're going to continue to assemble together. And I'm telling you, that says Wednesday here on this day in history. I'm saying we're going to assemble together. Now, honest truth is, things may change over the next couple of days. May change today. I don't know. It's not getting better right now. It seems to be getting worse, and we may have to, for the sake of our people, for the sake of our nation, for the sake of health, we may have to just everyone stay home for a little while. If you had someone sick in your home, you would stay home. You'd stay home and take care of them and keep them in. And so sometimes it may come to that, and now, so long as I'm healthy, I'm probably going to come over to the church, and I'm going to be here and open the doors. But I'm going to read off a little bit and then talk about the health and safety of our people and the community we serve are always an important priority for us at Calvary Baptist Church. While it is difficult to predict the impact of this coronavirus, COVID-19, we we are committed to obeying God's word by submitting to the powers ordained by Romans 13, 1 and 2, and obeying God himself and being in church, Hebrews 10:25. So since the president has asked us to limit our gatherings, we're going to do our best to do that. We are going to continue to gather at church. We're having services tonight, Wednesday night. We're going to have services Sunday morning, Sunday night. Now, the way we're going to do that so that we obey both is we're going to come to church. We're going to do our very best to keep around 10 people in each area, but we're going to have multiple areas with TV screens set up, and we'll have the main service in here being videoed and live streamed, and all of that live streaming will go to like the senior saints room. Our senior saints, at least 10 of them, will go into the senior saints room. Some will go into Brother Hopper's Sunday school classroom. Some will go into the junior church. Some people will go into the teen center. And we'll have them all set up so that we'll all be getting the same service. I'll be preaching to everybody. It'll give an opportunity for a little bit of exhorting one another and encouragement, but it's going to limit our interaction in big groups. And so that's what we're going to do, and we're going to start out. If you're a senior saint, there's two things I want you to understand. One, I want you to understand, do not feel pressure to come to church. Do not feel if you feel at all concerned or nervous and you feel like you need to stay home for your health, I'm all for that. I'm all for you taking care of yourself, and we love you, and I don't want you to get sick, and so I want you to take care of yourself. I want you, and so I want you to do that. If you do decide to come, I want you to come in the front doors of the church. I'll be there to greet you, but we're going to go straight into your senior saints room, so long as you have room there. And then if we run out of room there, then some of the rest will have to go to a different room. But you'll go there, and a TV screen will be set up for you there, and you'll be able to enjoy the service. I'll be dismissing you first on Sunday morning. On Wednesday night, like tonight, I'll be dismissing you first, and I'll ask that you head toward your cars. And truthfully, we'd love to. I'm gonna take a group out there and wave at you. So don't drive away too fast. We're gonna go out and wave at you and tell you we love you. But I want you to do that. So if you want to come, that's your decision. You come. I don't want to tell anybody not to come, but I also don't want to try to encourage you to come if you feel like you need to stay home and just guard your health, kind of quarantine yourself. I understand that. Now, another thing that I want you to understand, Brother Rogers has volunteered. He'll come to every one of your houses if you need him to, and he will set you up, show you how you can, on your phone or on your computer, how you can watch all of our services. So if you struggle with that, he'll get it, and he'll get it so that it comes on your phone and even shows you when the service is about to begin. It'll come and let you know that the service is about to begin. And so we're trying to make it as simple as possible and try to help you all we can. Our Lord has often used difficult, trying times to draw us closer to Him. And we believe this situation will be no different. Understanding God has a grand design for us, believing that our God holds the future, it's important that we do some things and do them wisely. So it's important now, as ever before, that we care for and look after each other. So I also want you to know, especially our senior saints, if you have any kind of need, or if we have anybody that's ill at home, you call us. We're going to send out an email with numbers on it and with some information on it, but you call us, anybody. You call us, and we'll make a run to get medicine. We'll make a run to get food. We'll make a run. Whatever you're needing, if you just are lonely and need to talk, you call us, and we'll try to do what we can. So it's important that we do that. We're asking each member and regular visitor to maintain a daily walk with the Lord. During this time, it's real easy, forgive me, but it's real easy to get out of routine, and we can get backslidden and get overwhelmed with concerns and fears when this is the very time we need to be walking with the Lord. This is a time that we need to be asking God for wisdom. I've had people together praying for me, and I've been begging God, give me wisdom about this situation. And I'll just say this: what I'm saying right now, it may not be a perfect scenario that I've come up with, but we're trying real hard through the wisdom of God, God giving us wisdom, to create a situation where we obey God and man, and we're good citizens, and we're diligent people to try to keep people from getting sick, but we're also saying, Lord, you told us to gather together, and so we need to take it to as far as we can and go as long as we can, trying to do just that. But I want you to daily read in the Word of God. That's where you get the answers to all of life's situations. I want you, every opportunity you get, to go out to, if you have to go to get medicine, if you have to go to the grocery, if you have to go to the gas station, if you have to do those things, take a tract with you. Take an opportunity to witness to somebody and encourage somebody. The next thing, and this is something I don't talk much about, but we've taken on 20 more missionaries in the last 3 years since I've been here. We have 40 missionaries that depend on us right now. Two things again with them: please be in prayer for them, because as bad as we think it is here, can you imagine what's happening overseas? Can you imagine what's happening in some of the places they are, and the fears and the concerns? So please be in prayer for them. But secondly, I'm begging you, don't forget. It's kind of don't let it be out of sight, out of mind. We've pledged to give them and support to them and take care of them. I'm asking you to be diligent about continuing that support, especially for the missionaries. Now, of course, we have our needs here to keep this place going so that we can continue to support the missionaries. But I'll be honest with you, I believe if we'll take care of them, God will take care of us. And so I'm just asking you, please remember. And you say, well, how am I going to get my gift or my tithe, my offerings? We can help you with that also. On our email, we'll send it out, but you just simply go to our website, which is calvarybaptistofmemphis.com, and right there in the middle of the front page, it says online giving. I think it's a red button, and you can punch on that. And if you can't figure it out, somebody will help you. If you have a tithe or offering in an envelope you want to send and you need us to come by, we can do that. I'm spending more time on that than I even like, but we do have people around this world we've got to take care of, and I'm concerned for them. And so, and then above all, pray. Boy, we need prayer. We need prayer for wisdom. Our president needs prayer. Our government officials need prayer. Our mayors, our governors need prayer. The pastors around the nation need prayer, need wisdom. The people, our elderly especially, need our prayer and for their health. So we also ask that if there are needs that any of you have, sickness, groceries, please call on one of the following, and I'll send an email out with numbers and people on that. And as I said, on this, it'll talk about our missionaries. If you're wondering why it is that we're doing what we're doing, why we're staying open, some are just going to online. Well, some churches are much larger, and they logistically, they probably just couldn't divide it down to 10. We can still meet, and so we're doing that. But I believe so long as people are still going by the scores to grocery stores and gas stations and pharmacies and wherever, going to the doctor, going to whatever they're needing to do, so long as people are still doing that, we pose no greater risk coming together as a church. The truth is, I believe God will protect us. I'm not saying nobody at church will ever get sick. I'm just saying that I know that we pose no greater risk. So I think until it just becomes absolutely impossible, I think we should continue to meet. And so let me finish up, and I'm taking a little longer than I wanted, but we will not be running our buses on Sunday. If you're here tonight, I'll explain that. And tonight, when you come tonight for the Wednesday night service, if you come, we are divided up tonight, and so we'll be letting you know probably through an email where you need to go. But if not, we'll direct you as soon as you get out of your car. We'll direct you where you need to go so that we comply and to do our best we can to keep it at 10. All are welcome to drive in. We're not running our buses, but anybody that can come, you're welcome, and we're glad for you to come. Our doors will be open as long as we possibly can. There'll be this Sunday. There'll be no Sunday school hour, but I am asking that everybody that comes, if you do your best to be here at 10:45. That'll help me get people to their places and get everything organized and settled in their places so that I can start a service in the main auditorium, which will be videoed and streamed to you at 11. So please help me with that. And then I'm calling all children will pretty much remain with their parents. You're with them already, so it's not like they're going to bring something to you. So we want you to remain with the parents. We're still trying to decide what to do about absolute nursery age children. We may have a nursery for the 3 and under. I'm just trying to decide wisely how that would work best, but we probably will. So then we'll be dividing into, of course, smaller groups. Wednesday night, Sunday night, we're going to go through the same arrangement. Tonight we're going to be dividing, Sunday morning dividing, Sunday night dividing, and we'll, of course, live stream into all the small groups. I want you to please understand this, and I'm done. No one should feel pressure to come. Everybody handles this in a different way. And if you feel like God has pressed upon your heart, you believe wisdom is that you stay home and you sort of quarantine yourself and you don't come to church, you'll never hear a negative word from me. That's a personal decision. That's something you need to do. I just believe as a pastor, I have an obligation to be here to open the doors for anyone who, by the same token, feels they need to come, that they need to be here. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to talk anybody into coming or do something that you feel like is unwise. I want you to do what you believe God would have you to do. And then I'll just simply be here to encourage you. And if you say, well, I don't really want to come to church or sit in a crowd or sit around even other 10 other people, well, I'll tell you what you do. I'm going to be here at 8:30 Sunday morning. And anytime between 8:30 and 10:30, if you want to just drive up, and I'll be watching for you. If you want to drive up, honk your horn, do whatever, I'll come out, and I'll stand outside your car and talk to you. If you have a prayer request, I'll pray with you. That's another thing. You can call in or text us or email us a prayer request. Do any of that. If you want your children, maybe you say, I don't even want to get my kids out, but you want to drive up, just drive up and see the preacher, and I'll have my wife with me also, and we'll just try to encourage you and be there for you. And sometimes that's it's just good to kind of get out and let your kids know that preacher's okay and Miss Joe Beth's okay, and we'll be there for you if you want to do that. So we're just here to try to meet your needs. And I express again, please, if you have a need, if you have any kind of need, and you don't have to be elderly, if you have some kind of need, you're sick, you're something's going on, please call us. Please let us know, because as much as our health will allow us, we're going to come try to meet your need. So we love you. I say again, live in the Psalms. Go to Psalm 91. That's where I preached the other day, and I'll just read you a couple verses there. In Psalm 91, it says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. In Him will I trust." And that's what we need to do. Trust Him. Trust Him during those hard times, and He's going to take care of us. He's got this all under control. I said Sunday, and I still believe it, this may be a great, great blessing in disguise for Christianity, because it may bring us back to our knees. It may bring us to, I've said for years, and I'll stop with this, but I've said for years, it appears in America the only thing that was going to bring America back to God was a crash of the economy, where we needed God again. And truth is, this is not only a crash of the economy, it appears to be, of course, a illness or a disease that is going through our country that the country, even people that don't normally pray, I think are right now considering prayer. So just continue to pray. Pray for wisdom. Pray for God's guidance. Keep a positive spirit. Stay in the Psalms and realize God is in control no matter what happens. Amen?